Good day. I want to mark the date. It's the 27th of May because we need to mark the dates on these videos now to keep track of the lies. I want to ask these government ministers, have you sworn to lie? Why is it so easy to lie? Rohan Sinanan is the first one I want to deal with. Rohan Sinanan jumped out himself, leave his house, went by every TV station that would take him, right to every newspaper that would report on him, saying, I am a failed politician and what I say is nonsense. Rohan Sinanan, if I am a failed politician, your phone never ring 1,000 times. If I am a failed politician, it didn't summon the cabinet. If I am a failed politician, the whole country didn't believe me and not believe you. And still to this day, the country don't believe you. Why lie? Why lie, Rohan Sinanan? Who installed the cameras in Kokorit? Why the subterfuge? Why the people don't know why 3 cameras, 1 in each lane, in 3 lanes, facing in 2 directions? Why lie? If they're not traffic cameras, what kind of cameras are they? And why not come straight with the people? Rohan. But I want to tell all of Trinidad and Tobago, especially the media, CNC3 and TV6, you all are doing a disservice to yourself and to journalism. Because if a minister has to hurry up, rush out his house to come and debunk something I say, because the whole country gone with it, I'm not a failed politician, and you're supposed to give me a hearing. You're supposed to call me to ask me to rebut what the minister says. If not, the media is acting as an arm of the government and broadcasting propaganda, and the people are going to see you for what you are. Rohan Sinanan, you've not yet answered the question. If those cameras are not traffic cameras, what are they? What are they? And to the people that you're fooling, that because they have 4 driveways on Western Main Road, Kokorit, that is why that is a main road and not a highway. Brother, you lie again. Because Peaks and Econoca and Bayside Towers and West Shore Hospital and West Mall could dump into laybys and the other 2 lanes could still stay 80 kilometers per hour. Keep the laybys at 50 kilometers per hour as is the law. Anything else you lie. Mr. Moses, Foreign Affairs Minister, I want to ask you a simple question. You're out of the thing. Nobody even looking for you. Why come in the thing and why lie? Why tell Trinidad and Tobago for the Express and the Guardian to broadcast today that we're not signatory to the Rio Treaty, so we don't have to worry about the sanctions, we not bound by it? Mr. Moses, if we're not bound by it, why did the ship have to turn off its transmitter beacon for 29 days? Why? If we are not bound by sanctions, and we could ship what the hell we want to Venezuela, why go an extra 800 miles out of its way to sail around Aruba to pretend as if the fuel was going to Aruba? Why lie? Why lie? From Trinidad to Venezuela is 7 miles. Straight. Why lie? If we are not bound by the treaty and we have no risk for sanctions, why did Stuart Young have to lie on the U.S. ambassador and force the U.S. ambassador to step outside of his diplomatic protocols to come and say Stuart Young lie? Why lie? Why did we have to ship the fuel to Aruba, sail around Aruba and go to Venezuela if we're not at risk of sanctions? And why lie? The people of Aruba say they had no transaction with Stuart Young. Keith Rowley, on this issue, what is keeping you from making the invoices public? If this is a Trinidad shipment where Trinidad bought fuel and Trinidad sold it to Venezuela, surely there is an invoice somewhere of what we bought, how much we paid for it, and how much we sold it for. Keith Rowley, why are you lying to the public of Trinidad and Tobago? Is it true that it is one of your 1% financier friends that is using Trinidad and Tobago and putting Trinidad and Tobago at risk that is actually the beneficiary of that fuel and has been the beneficiary of more fuel sales that the people just don't know about and that we only know because the United States Navy and military is down here by Venezuela, so we're finding out now? Who is actually, Keith Rowley, I am asking you, why are you lying to the public of Trinidad and Tobago? Who is the actual financial beneficiaries of the fuel that was shipped to Venezuela? And finally, the Alsing, who told the nation to hunker down, a second wave coming to wipe us out. I had to go outside La Fantasy and tell Trinidad and Tobago there's a reason the Prime Minister's house in Trinidad is named La Fantasy, because there's a set of fantasy and lies coming out of there. I had to totally debunk the Alsing's nonsense about the second wave and ask him, if we shut down 2 months now and the airport closed, where the second wave coming from, Terence? Your mommy, the whole country asks the same question. Lo and behold, the same Terence the Alsing who is telling you that I lie is calling a public meeting tomorrow, the 28th, Thursday the 28th of May. If there is a second wave coming, Terence the Alsing, how can you call the people out to a public meeting and put them at risk? Which is the truth, Terence the Alsing? Is there a second wave, or have you been lying all along? Every single minister in this PNM government is guilty of atrocious and egregious lies. From the Attorney General, who looked into faces of his 2 children breaking the law in Kumuto and denied that those were his children. It started there. This entire government is a fabrication and a farce, and it is time Trinidad and Tobago stand up to them and tell them, stop the blasted lies. Come straight or hush and wait till election so we could kick your lying asses into the dustbin of our political history.